Welcome to Protekt GPS tracking systems and pre-starts. In this tutorial, we'll explore the fleet screen, your central hub in real-time fleet visibility and management. In this tutorial video, we'll cover map options, how to switch between maps and satellites for better tracking, cluster separation, how to pinpoint vehicle locations even when they're grouped close together, vehicle direction, how to see real-time movement and direction of your fleet, vehicle ignition status, how to quickly check if a vehicle is on or off, and group and plant separation, how to categorize and organize your fleet by site, by job or division for better management. By the end of this video, you'll know how to navigate the fleet screen and get the most out of your GPS tracking system. Let's get started.
I'm Tristan from Protekt GPS Tracking, and today we're going to have a look at the fleet screen. Now, this is the home page that you will first come into after you've set up your account if you're on the Pro Fleet tier. Otherwise, you'll be using the mobile tracking app. Now, the majority of the screen is taken up with what is a fairly standard Google map. As you can see, we can zoom in, we can zoom out, we can drag that around by holding down the mouse button. And we've got the standard options that you'll have through your Google Maps. So you can change to a satellite view if you prefer that. You can turn the topology on and off so you can see the lay of the land. And Street View is also available if you want to use that. Over here on the left, we've got some controls which are specifically related to the Protekt tracking. So we've got clustering here, which controls clustering the icons. So we can turn that on and off. You can see there we've got two vehicles very close together, so that causes them to be clustered. This is just an easy way to make sure that you don't have any vehicles icons that are obscuring each other. So for example, if we keep zooming out, I can see those vehicles, those icons there get a bit messy. It's a bit hard to see what's going on there, but if we have that, if they have with clustering on, we can see that there are three vehicles under there easily. And clicking on that cluster like that will zoom into the next level of breakdown, and then we can still see we've got two here, so we can click that and that'll zoom in again. So entirely optional whether you want that on or off, but it can make it a bit easier so that your vehicles can't hide underneath each other. Second control we've got here is the toggle direction icon. What that'll do is turn on and off the directional icons for the vehicles. So you can see here we've got that turned on, and our vehicles are appearing here when they're not clustered as a little red arrow that points in the direction the vehicle's been most recently travelling. That icon is also a quick way to tell whether the engine's running on the vehicle. The arrow will turn green if the ignition is on. As you can see, these are both red, so that means the ignition is off. Now over here on the right, we've got a navigation bar that's got a few more controls for it. Over here we've got two buttons for adding devices that you've purchased and for sharing devices with other users. We'll cover those in another video, but just for now be aware that those are there. The rest of the bar here is really about dealing with these vehicles that you've got on your map screen over here. So there are two ways you can view these. We can look at them as a plain list, which will just show us everything, or we can look at them grouped by plant. Your plant is a way that you can break up the vehicles, for example, based by the site that they're located at, based by the person who owns them, or whatever other criteria you like. So you can see here we've got three of them that we haven't done anything to, so they've got a plant of none. And then we've got another one which is Gary's car, and we've got another plant down here that we've got that's got Matt's cars in it, so both of his are clustered under here. So entirely optional, but it's another way for you to break up your fleet. If you've got a very large set of vehicles that you're tracking, it might be worth breaking them up by site or by job, or perhaps by function, depending on how you run your business. Another feature we've got here in this list is the ability to set favorites. So you see here these have got a little filled in star and these have got a hollow star, so the ones with a filled in star will always appear at the top of my list. And to turn that on and off, all I've got to do is click that there. So now we see that one's gone back down there, so we can click that there, and now he's back up the top. So it's just another option to make it a little bit easier to manage large groups of vehicles. Now the tracking on this screen, you may have seen there's icons flicker. That's the tracking updating, so this screen will update about every 30 seconds. There's probably a little bit of wiggle room there as it downloads this updates from the server, but you can basically leave this window open and you'll see where your vehicles are traveling at any given time. The only other thing we've got here is we've got a little pop-out menu which controls navigation to the other functions that the Protekt system is capable of. So we'll go over those in other videos, but for now that's the fleet screen.